Well, hey everybody. I missed you all. Sorry I've been gone for such a long time. I've been pretty quiet. Let's just say that life kinda uh took over and kinda took a lot of my free time away. And there's been a whole sort of delay in videos and everything. Um, really, do you guys really want to know the true reason why I've been so quiet? You really want to know? Well, I've been waiting for this update for so long. And if you think that's not a big deal, I'm still using Windows 98 on dial-up. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I have a computer here. It's not fully built, but we are going to build it. That is going to be the Compaq Presario 5300, part of the 5000 series. Correctly, this used to be sometime around 2001, 2002 when this thing came out. And as we could take a look at the sticker, what originally would come with it was a Intel Celeron processor, 1.1 gigahertz. We got 256 megabytes, a 200 gigabyte hard drive, which is the one thing that's missing. The 40 max CD-ROM drive is still there. The 56 kV 0.90 modem, I'm assuming that's a PCI card below. Sadly, we don't have the internet keyboard or the internet scroll mouse, but it would have came with Microsoft Home Windows XP and would have came with Microsoft Work 6.0 and I guess some extra stuff included. Hey, don't forget, AOL is included as well. Now, with the exception that of course the power supply is missing, we'll just be hooking up just like a standard 300 watt power supply. As for the new stuff we're going to add, well, we are adding a 40 gigabyte hard drive, which is double the amount of what it would have came with, and we'll be hooking up an NVIDIA MX 4400 running at 64 megabytes. And to top it off, we have here a not a sound blaster, a Turtle Beach sound card. That's right. Yeah, I'm not going with Sound Blaster this time, and I've been holding on to this guy for so long, I figured, well, why not stick it in this machine? Alrighty, with everything laid out, I would say, yeah, let's go ahead and start getting these components inside the machine. And of course, we have my trusty partner, who is just gonna sit there and watch me do it, so yay. Here is me trying to put the video card in, which I had a bit of a struggle, and it's one of those things where the computer case is kind of blocking that PCI brace, but when I was able to lay it down, it was a little bit more easier, and I was able to fit the sound card in just fine too without that hassle I had with the video card. And putting the hard drive in, and we're getting the power supply in as well. And yeah, that should be really all for the computer build. So it's not rusty or anything. It's actually pretty clean for what it is. Just might need to clean the front off. But hey, this thing's good to go. So let's go ahead and start installing Windows XP. When I went into the BIOS, I noticed that the RAM actually displayed it as 512 megabytes. Hey, I'm not complaining. That's a bonus. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any footage of me installing it. It all got corrupted, unfortunately. But hey, it's successfully installed, and we'll jump right into Windows XP. Any second now. Alrighty, and here we are onto the Windows XP desktop. I'm just going to go ahead and start installing the drivers that I put on a CD-ROM. Now, some of the drivers did work and some of them did not. I guess some of the drivers for the other models did get mixed into one big category, and even though it says that it was compatible for the 5300, it's not in the machine. Otherwise, jumping right back to the point, we are getting it installed. We did get the service pack installed, which did install the drivers for the NVIDIA card and the Turtle Beach, but we're still going to go ahead and patch it in with the actual drivers and just make sure all of its functionality does work. Beautiful. I even got the right wallpaper too that would have came with the Compaq Presario, so that's a nice touch. Anyways, we're going to be jumping into a bunch of games. I have Serious Sam installed, and we're going to be installing the Half-Life games, the original Half-Life, Opposing Forces, and Blue Shift. We'll also be throwing in some Ghost Recon. I tried to get Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 3 to work, but I kept running into issues. I know it's not my disc because it works on other machines, so maybe this CD-ROM drive is kind of going bad. But otherwise, I don't really have my whole entire collection with me, so these are just like some of the games that I have with me that are available that I could be able to test on. So hey, it doesn't hurt. It's still within that time period. Alrighty, so with a bunch of games installed, I can't name them right now, but I will show footage of them. Let's go ahead and start to one that I'm actually curious about, which is going to be the Delta Force Black Hawk Down. Now, first time running it was really laggy, so I had to adjust the settings and put it onto normal on, I think I put the resolution at 800 by 600, which, it ran okay, but it wasn't that good. It honestly could have been better, but I don't know, maybe its CPU is not so strong with this one. Here is Serious Sam. Now, I only ran the test room, or like the test area map, just to kind of do a little bit of benchmarking. And yeah, certain areas, not really laggy actually. Maybe when you're outside, I did notice a little bit of stuttering, especially when you go from one tomb to like another. But otherwise, it runs pretty well. Benchmark was pretty good. Kind of kept it stable, and yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Half-Life, well, this game ran pretty well. There were certain sections in part of the levels, or even in some gunfights, where it started to show a little bit of stuttering. Now, I have the game running on 800 by 600, using the DirectX rendering, not the software rendering. And I don't know. I mean, it can play it. There's, like I said, just certain gunfights will be kind of lagging a little bit. Probably drop it down to like maybe like 20 FPS or maybe 15. Now with Blue Shift, I did it by the lowest resolution I can't think on top of my head right now, and used the software rendering and not the DirectX. And well, what you really get is a pretty big mess. I don't really like it that way. But, I mean, does it run smoothly? It does. Again, there's certain areas where it still, like, stutters, but let's just move on. And up last is Quake 3 Arena. No really complaints here. It ran pretty well. Played the first level, battled through Crash, kicked Crash's ass. Yeah, it's Quake 3, and I played a little bit of the skirmish, did some capture the flag, maxed out the amount of bots you can have. And it ran pretty well. There was a little bit of slowness. Yeah, I did spend a little bit of time playing that as I was getting some footage. But I mean, to kind of conclude this video, I would say that while the 5300 was really meant for just people to have access to a computer to check their emails, check the web, not really meant for gaming. I mean, it is possible, but you're running on a Celeron processor, while the Pentium 3, and I think around the time the Pentium 4, which can do much more than what the Celeron could try to pull through. But I mean, otherwise, it's possible. Alrighty, well, if you made it this far in the video, please give a thumbs up or a thumbs down so I know what kind of content you guys like. Subscribe if you do like what you see here. That would be pretty amazing. But otherwise, I got nothing else. Now, I know with me being so busy when it comes to videos, I'll try to push as much as possible, try to battle with life so I can be able to provide content for you all. But I do read your comments, I do see them, so... but yeah, otherwise I will catch you guys on the next video.